I don't get any visuals. I don't get any like giggles or anything like that. It's just, I feel it when it kicks in. I feel super productive. I feel like I just want to go and do and create and just be a better person in general. And it just feels like I'm having a really good day. This is
the Best Friends Ask Why podcast
with Aaron
and Dylan.
It's so tight!
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Best Friends Ask Why, episode 7.
You gotta use the weird, like, ominous, kind of like sultry voice to start it off. Oh my goodness. Dude, we've been really busy. How have you been?
Good. I mean, I don't feel like we've been busy, but I guess looking back.
Yeah. I think maybe I just feel that way because I set that. So we were talking about goals like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think I said something about read more and I want to like do more videos and I want to work more hours. And
you've been busy as fuck as far as that's concerned.
So yeah, that was just like talking about setting all those goals. Like I've been hammered down on that stuff.
Yeah.
So I've been like, I feel almost out of breath constantly. Like I'm fucking worked.
Yeah.
I mean, I set the goal to work out 2 to 3 times a week, and including snowboarding last week, I worked out 3 times. But other than that, it was twice. And the week before was 4 times. And I've been working 62 to 65 hours a week. Getting up stupid fucking early. My work schedule just changed to be 30 minutes earlier. All the older people in my work, like, for them, they were just like, we're going to take a vote. Do we want to switch our start time from 5:30 a.m. to 5 a.m.? And everyone there is so hyped about it. Everyone's like, raised their hand, like, fuck yeah. And I'm like, do you you guys know nothing about sleep science.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure like circadian rhythms don't shift to be that early oriented until you're like close to like
3.
Yeah, I think that's military trained though. I don't think that's a natural thing. I think that I don't think that tends to happen until you start to get to like retirement age. Is when like your body starts to adjust, because the sun is not up at 5 a.m. It's not. It's just not
until summertime.
Yeah, in summertime. Even in summertime, I don't think I go in and the sun's up.
Yeah.
Even when I go in at 5 o'clock, it's not till like 6-ish that the sun is like even peaking. Really, it seems. I mean, maybe if you're on top of a mountain, you'll be able to see it more or something.
Well, you're supposed to be up like right before the sun's
okay, maybe that's that. But
and there's even sleep studies that say you're not supposed to sleep a solid 8 hours at a time. That you're supposed to sleep in chunks of like an hour and a half to 3 hours throughout the day.
Well, that dude on Rogan, there's a guy who went on Rogan's podcast a while ago. This doctor talked about sleep science, and he had a lot to say not about that, a lot of anti that.
Well, maybe nowadays it should be in 8-hour chunks because our society is so geared towards that. But there's this, I forget what the fuck the book's called, but my buddy Marcel was
We're going to do a lot of that. We're going to reference things that we know kind of about, but we actually haven't referenced.
But he was telling me about a book, and I don't remember what the fuck the kind of sleep is called.
Yeah.
But basically, in our old tribal existence, when the hunt was over and you were done cooking or whatever, you'd take a nap during the day.
Yeah.
And then you'd wake up at nighttime to start buttoning down the camp and all that shit. Then you go to sleep and you wake up in the middle of the night to stoke the fire and shit. Like, you slept more often, but just not as long.
Well, like Italians, they eat a lot of pasta, so they just sleep in the middle of the day.
Fucking carb load. The fuck out.
They got to transmit it into fuel. Yeah. So I don't know. Just referencing that, it's just like the way I've been lately. I'm not a morning person ever. Like I fucking hate mornings. Like I want to be able to do this podcast as a job, not so I can be lazy, but just so I can shift my fucking schedule back like 5 hours.
Yeah.
Or like if I could wake up at 8 a.m.
You naturally wake up.
Well, the thing is, like, I don't. Once I'm up, give me 2 hours, I can be reasonably productive.
Yeah.
Like once I'm up and my brain's going, I'm like a highly motivated person, and once I'm moving, it's really hard to like stop it. So I can just go and go and go. Like I can go work 12 hours, and I can come home and I can work out, and then I can go cook dinner, and it's gonna be once I sit down to eat dinner, it's gonna be a bitch for me to get up and do the dishes. But I can if I get up and do it, and I can clean and stuff. And it's just like my ability to get through suck is pretty good
once you're up and going.
Yeah, it's just that the fucking morning, man, it's so debilitating. It just wrecks me. And so these people shifted it to 5 a.m. and I mean, I'm not whining by any means. It's fine because
sounds like you're whining.
Well, I'm just trying to say like it's a reality. It's something that's happened.
Well, and it's kind of fucked up that they're just like, oh yeah, let's do it, without giving you the option.
Yeah, I mean, like, and so I'm whining right now, but realistically, if you look at it from how the discussions happened at work, I didn't do any whining.
Yeah.
I questioned. I was like, I don't understand how all you guys are okay with going to bed at 6 p.m.
Yeah,
but.
And
I'm not one of the guys who are like, I wasn't here for the vote. This is dumb.
Yeah.
I was just like, this is a reality now. You guys want it different. The majority voted for it. That's fine. Like, it's okay to me.
I just don't understand why it was a thing either. Like, what the fuck is a half an hour?
With Boeing's such like a big place that when people everyone wants to get home earlier.
Was it like a suggestion box where they were like, hey, we should move our schedule?
No, we originally, like way back in the day when I first started, had that schedule, 5 a.m. to 1:30 p.m., and I think everyone's just worried about traffic. Most people commute. I don't commute, you know? I mean, I live on a traffic day 30 minutes from work, on like a bad traffic day.
Unless you hit 128, then that's fucking...
Well, even the timeline that I go, I mean, like today I came home at 3:30 because I worked at 10.
Yeah.
And then I was home by 4 o'clock, 4:05, you know? So I don't have to really deal with commuting at all. I just listen to an audiobook or a podcast, and I don't care.
Yeah. People get grouchy on the fucking roads.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think...
There's dudes who legit clock out, and you watch them, like, sprint walk all the way to the parking lot. And it's just... Everyone's just so... I don't know, just the watching them walk out of there. Like, I understand that you want to spend more time at home, but it's most of the people I work with, most of the people at Boeing, I feel like aren't highly motivated. And I don't mean to like shit on everyone who works at Boeing, but most people who I know at Boeing, I don't like, if I ask them about hobbies, most people don't have hobbies.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't have kids, so I'm like a serial hobbyist, but
yeah, because you can be right now.
Yeah. And I hope that when I have children, I can figure out how to continue to be that way, just because I feel like those things kind of bring me purpose in life.
You'll probably just do hobby shit with kids.
Yeah, just be like, oh, you like jujitsu? And they're like, Dad, I don't like jujitsu.
Well, you're going to fucking like it.
Fuck up.
Because Dad likes jujitsu.
And Dad, you like dancing. I'm like, fuck, I guess I do. But most people are just like, go home, drink a beer, watch TV, and everyone just talks about the fucking
football Seahawks games.
Yeah, pretty much just everyone talks about football and talks about what they watched on TV. And don't get me wrong, I fucking love TV. Punisher just came out, and I'm binge watching the shit out of it. It's so good, and I definitely haven't finished it yet. I just got to the point when he...
You're gonna spoil it for everyone.
No, I was gonna like really loosely when he goes to the Russian gym. That's all I'll give you.
Keith Jardine.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, Keith Jardine. Yeah. I saw a post about him being in it, and I was like, oh no way. Keith Jardine used to be in the UFC. He is no longer, but he is kind of creating a
Caveman Coffee Co.
Yeah, he owns Caveman Coffee Company, and he is kind of in pursuit of he's actually built a pretty successful career in doing stunt work.
Yeah.
And
him and fucking Tate.
Yeah, him and Tate Fletcher. Tate Fletcher's been in Jurassic Park, and Keith Jardine's been in that, I forget what it's called, but it's like a Netflix series with Cowboy was in it as well, I think. Donald Cowboy Cerrone, he was in it, and they were like cowboys. They were like bad outlaw cowboys in this Netflix series.
Was it that shit with Jason Momoa?
No, that's Frontier.
Oh.
No, that's a little different. I don't remember what it is, but it's like
I'm gonna have to watch it just for
them, just
for
to see that
Cowboy
like
and
a couple
fucking
seconds. I remember when I was watching Jurassic World, the first one, and I saw him in the helicopter.
Pterodactyl.
I was just like, yeah. And then he turns out shoots the pterodactyl.
Yeah.
And then he got murked by a raptor later, didn't he?
I think so.
I feel like I'm pretty sure he got murked by a raptor.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
And then Tate Fletcher was also in Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, that was like controversial.
Yeah.
He was like, fuck you, pay me.
I haven't played that game in the longest time.
Yeah,
I haven't really played video games in the longest.
Yeah, I haven't either. I've thought about it a lot. I've watched people play video games. I've thought about playing them, but the actual like
sitting down.
I'm just so burnt out that the actual like using my body to turn on the Xbox and go to a game and do something other than just mindlessly be like, oh, this TV is cool, is really difficult. I can only find myself doing really mindless things lately. When I'm working this much and doing this much, I mean, all of my mental energy is going to prepping for other interviews with us or
trying to build that empire.
Yeah, researching people or figuring out other stuff I can do. And I mean, it's detrimental to a certain point because I focus on one interview more than I do the other one.
Yeah.
Like this podcast, we come in and I'm like, what the fuck are we going to
Well,
talk
I also
about?
said that I've got a couple of
Yeah,
key
you do have
points,
stuff.
so-
And I think also I'm at the breaking point where I start to rebuild, where I start to get so like I'm working hard enough that I start to get burnt out, and then I start to realize, oh, this is the shithole I live in, and then I just rebuild it and I become a super person. But you gotta
get to the bottom first.
started from the bottom.
This plate of shit tastes delicious.
Yeah, so I'm just working back up to that point, but prepping for other interviews and reaching out to a lot of people.
Well, fuck, we've got 2 coming up this week, don't we?
Yeah, we got 2 this week, and I could easily schedule another one, I'm sure, as well.
Christ.
It's just really depending on what we want to do, you know? We could do all the guests, or we could do ones between us and ones with guests, and I mean, if you guys like certain ones better, let us know. I assume most people like the ones where you get to like hear from other people than just our stupid fucking voices.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we could be completely wrong, though.
Yeah. But Ray got a lot of input from last week's, though. Ben
That's
said
awesome.
that was like Ben told Ray that he really liked that one.
Very cool.
And Ben still said that Mike's his favorite one.
Yeah.
I think like it's going to be hard to get, like, it has to be like
Mike's was the most, like...
Yeah, it had the most info to it.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, though. It's just like it
was a big fucking interview.
Podcasts to us are like this hangout thing,
Yeah.
you know? And there's certain people who are going to like that stuff, and then there's certain people who are going to be like, this is kind of mindless.
Yeah.
What am I really getting out of this? And I can understand why Ben would want more. Like, that was informational. And specifically because, like, the trans community is related to, like, you know, Ben's drive in life. He's not trans, but he is in the LGBT community. So that relation, of course, like, has that relevancy to him, and so that's going to be more interesting to him. But there's going to be, the thing about this podcast is the way that we built it. It can be so broad, or it can be so specific. You know, it could be
whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah, it really, like,
it's ours.
Each episode could be we could have someone on about a certain thing, and we might not even fucking talk to them about that because we don't want to. That's just how it is. But if you guys like guests more or whatever, let us know. Everybody who's reached out, keep doing that. It's awesome.
Super cool.
More of that.
If I had a working phone right now, I could experience some
Dude,
of the
there's
reaching
sleeper
out.
people who, like, I end up messaging for another reason, and then they go like, hey, good podcast. And I'm like, what?
Oh, shit.
What? That's fucking crazy cool. Like, it blows my mind. I mean, like, we've
got, I forgot to tell you this, we've got 2 downloads in Australia now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, getting out there.
That's
Philippines
fucking
and Australia.
I was about to do an Australian accent, but that's not one I have on lock. So, God damn it.
Gotta work on that shit.
Mate. No, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Just one fucking word. I just start saying cunt a bunch. And just like
without even an accent.
Yeah, just
cunt. I'm Australian. Cunt.
God damn it.
Shit. But yeah, the Philippines and Australia listen to our shit. I mean,
That's
it's only
crazy.
1 to 2 downloads, but
Yeah.
still,
But it's there.
We don't know anyone there, so
Yeah.
So, well, no, I lied. I've got a cousin in Australia.
Do you?
Yeah,
Who?
Keith.
Oh, it's probably him then.
Yeah,
And probably him and whoever's phone he stole.
Yeah.
Also, we thought we were all like, oh, Mr. Worldwide. And
Damn
it. You just have to go,
God
fuck.
damn it.
Your stupid knowledge is just ruining
Yeah.
all our dreams.
Fuck.
No.
Let's just block that out. I don't have any family in Australia. Disowned.
Yeah. But how have you been doing on like your goal stuff setting of the things?
I mean, other than just being in school, I haven't really
at all.
Well, like financially, I just have to wait on the GI Bill still.
Yeah.
That keeps like the payday for that keeps getting pushed back. So, but I think the 31st is the actual payday for that after like Googling shit on the internet and trying to figure out why I haven't gotten paid yet.
Yeah.
So that is going. I had to drop one of my classes just because I took
You're
chem.
dumb. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
I didn't retain anything from the previous one as much as I thought I would. I took chemistry 1, like general chemistry, a year ago, and then I was like, oh, I'll be good to just jump into fucking chem 2 without any prep work or anything. And then I get into that class and he's speaking a foreign fucking language, and
That
all
had
the
to be rough.
all the like 19-year-olds are like, oh yeah, totally, okay,
Yeah.
cool. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna drop this class.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna drop it, or I did drop it, and then I'm gonna study Chem 1 again independently through like Khan Academy. They've got a bunch of info on that.
Oh yeah, Khan Academy is like a big deal.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go back through all the intro to chem stuff and
Get him on the mic a little bit more.
the intro to chem
You
stuff.
don't have to touch it with your mouth. Just get him on it a little bit. God damn it.
But I'm gonna go back through the intro to chem stuff and then retake it next quarter.
Yeah.
But right now it's just the macroeconomic stuff, and it's super boring.
Is it
Yeah.
macroeconomics?
Like
What the
big
fuck?
world economics, global economics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, instead of micro community
Yeah.
economics and shit,
Dude,
personal finance.
I feel like I have gotten jump started on almost every single one that I put out on the last, like on the goals podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure I talked about how I've been talking about getting Audible for a while, and I wanted to do that. I got Jocko's book Extreme Ownership today, and I listened to almost 4 hours of it already.
Yeah.
Like just going deep. It's very intense. Like it's just like, it is a fantastic book. I really agree with what he's talking about. It's just how every problem
It's a
you
Jocko
have-
book, so it's fucking intense.
Yeah, well, it's his voice that's so goddamn intense. His voice is constantly like, so I was murdering this fucking child. And just the way he says
He's got
it
the
with his
Punisher voice.
He's just talking like fucking crazy all the time. So I walked into the bathroom and I really had to take a shit. And I took that. And you're just like...
And I took extreme ownership of
like,
that
yeah,
shit.
and like you're like waiting for him to laugh at least once.
But he doesn't.
He says in the book, and he wrote it, he's just like, and I smiled, and like, but he still says it like, and I smiled and I replied, but he just is so like about everything.
Yeah.
But basically, the entire topic is through the eyes of a Navy SEAL, high-level commander. He was the leader of like a bunch of platoons of like the SEAL teams, and through Ramadi, which is the most aggressive and most violent era of the Iraqi war, and he relates all of his knowledge of leadership in severe, intense war times back to just being a successful person.
Yeah.
And it's just about realizing that every problem that you have in your life is your fault.
Yeah.
And every single one. And you have excuses for everything, but if you can boil things down and just realize that you're in control of all,
Yeah. Like,
then,
I'm a piece of shit, and
then
that's
everything
why.
gets easier.
Yeah.
And then
Then because you can take the actions necessary to change it.
Yeah, and it's just like, and when you can declare those issues from yourself, you gain the respect of your peers, and you gain the respect of yourself, and you're not hiding from...
Yeah, you're not being the fucking victim.
Yeah, you're not hiding from the troubles of life, and you're able to, all the opportunities at your front door at that position, rather than waiting for everyone else to give you the okay to do things. It's really... And so, I have probably 2/3 left of that book, but
Yeah.
I have a feeling I'm going to be spending a lot of money on Audible. Just because, like, today I was going through...
You get free credits every month, too.
Every month, yeah, one book, but with how much time I have to listen to stuff, and with how much time I've been spending listening to just really fun podcasts lately,
and now you're about to get after it.
Well, yeah, I just feel like doing this, I need to bring some sort of something to the table. This nice table that we made ourselves. But I feel like I need more knowledge in my life in general to be able to talk about things. And if I'm going to be able to constantly hold to be holding court to all these people who are dedicating their time to us, I need to dedicate some sort of preparation to it. And so I've been doing more to I've been searching out more resources to find more about the people that we're going to have on our podcast so that I can be more planned. And I bought a notebook and I'm writing questions preemptively to the podcast in them rather than just freeballing all of it. And I want to learn more about myself so that I can just be... The goal is to present myself as my ultimate self on this podcast and to hopefully push people to be their ultimate selves, but also to enjoy the time that you have in the moment, which is our way of spending time with these people, and to find the creative parts of your life that you want to pursue. And it's just about just being the whole podcast is about being your full self, whether it's just enjoying every moment that you have or getting better or loving the people around you. Mm-hmm. Or letting your anger pass, or it's not about a certain specific thing. This isn't a podcast about entrepreneurial bullshit or a podcast about horror stories. It's about being human.
This is not a true crime podcast.
Yeah, I mean it is, but no, I'm gonna fucking stab you. True crime. But it's just fully about just being. It's about like the human condition and just about being
a person.
What it's like being a human, And we are young enough that we can. We have certain amounts of knowledge of life experience, but we also have so much time to grow. And so people get to, through like a documentarian style, witness our growth. And hopefully we are being like...
We are growing.
Yeah. And I want to be hopefully inspirational in sometimes, or if people just are like, wow, he's fucking up this thing. Yeah. Or whatever it is. But I feel that it's something I've been wanting to do for a while. I don't read. I'm terrible at reading.
Oh, so am I. That's why I got fucking Audible.
Yeah, so I'm really good at
listening
to
get
stuff.
Better at reading, but I get so fucking distracted. Like I'm already a procrastinator when it comes to schoolwork and reading the shit that I have to read for school. Mm-hmm. Like to sit down and try and read for fun, I'm like, I'll watch Netflix.
Well, for some reason I'm really good at my job. Yeah. So at work, I'm very good at my job. I never do a bad job at it. Sometimes I do it fast, sometimes I do it slow, but I never do a bad job. But because I know how to do that job so well, it's very, very easy for me to listen to something and to fully consume something else, because it is a piece of me to do what I do for work. So I don't have to think about what I'm doing because I know so well. I have my 10,000 hours. I have built like mastery in that, so I can fully commit myself to learning something else while I'm doing that. So I was able to listen to, and this is halfway through the day, I decided to buy the book. I was listening to podcasts before that, and so I listened to 4 hours of the book.
You should get the David Goggins book next.
It's definitely one of mine. I want to get like the Art of Not Giving a Fuck and like more creative ones, and I definitely want to get some ones about finances and stuff. But on the other goals that I set, so that was one of my goals, and so I started started not reading. I'm gonna try to not be that guy who's like I
read so many books
because I fucking didn't. I do not have the discipline to read, and I'm willing to admit that I do not have the discipline to sit down and turn pages. Even though like the part of me would love to be like that hipster who can sit down in a chair and read, but I just
read, there is like. It's a nice feeling. I'm reading a book.
Well, I read 2/3 of that Stephen Pressfield book, which is literally it's about procrastination, and I still haven't fucking finished the book. Oh my god, I hate myself for it. You gotta just sit
down and finish it.
Yeah, I've just been going to bed late lately. Yeah. Then usually when I actually read a book, when I'm reading a book, not listening to it, it's in bed. Yeah. And so I just haven't had the time lately, just because it's been, oh shit, I need to fall asleep right now.
Yeah.
And
otherwise, you're gonna be a fucking zombie in the morning, or not.
I literally have slept like 5 hours a night for like the last 5 nights straight, and then I've worked 10 hours. So it's just like pretty much. So yeah, just fucking myself up.
Yeah,
just being a dummy. But on the other things that I've started, like I was talking about finances, and I've been working so many more hours, so like my finances are starting to get to the point where I'm able to pay off some of my debt and stuff, and so that's cool. And then I'm reaching out to Jaden and being like, hey man, how do you invest in the stock market? Because he's like going to school to be an accountant, and he knows about that stuff, so I'm putting my feelers out and figuring out about investing and things like that.
We should look into getting like an accountant.
Yeah, it's definitely a good idea. But then he'd be like texting me all the time, and he'd be like, bro, stop buying Blue Diamond almonds from the fucking vending machine at work. You've spent $30 on Blue Diamond almonds in the last week.
I don't think that.
I know, I'm just kidding. I'm fucking obsessed with those. So on keto, I can't eat anything. So I found this
Blue Diamond
thing
almonds.
That's like my when like you'd have like in the middle of the day, you'd be like, oh,
why don't you just go get them at fucking Costco?
Because that would be smart.
Oh,
I'm not a smart guy. I'm like, oh, a small pack. Ooh. It's like my excursion to go to the vending machine. I'm like, oh, I'm being bad.
I know that feeling though. Like, oh, I'm fucking bored. Vending machine.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm being bad. I got this like real salty nuts in my mouth.
Dad.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Oh, E3. Oh, E3. Put your salty nuts in my mouth.
Oh god.
Those smokehouse almonds though, they're like fucking crack to me, dude.
Yeah.
I can't have any candy or anything delicious, so I just like
except
I'm like
for
licking the fucking salt off my hands.
Zevia.
Yeah, sponsor us, Zevia, please God. Right after I talked about licking things off my hands
and salty nuts in your mouth.
Oh my god, dude, they're so good though, dude. I like want to snort the powder that's on them. It's like,
Keto. It's so worth it.
It's so goddamn good, dude.
Oh Jesus Christ. Anyway, you were talking about other goals.
Working out, I still
we need to get better at that.
I'm doing it, so I'm definitely not slacking. But it's the resistance that we're experiencing right now in the terms of Stephen Pressfield
is the snowboard shit in the way.
The snowboard shit and all of the just the moving stuff is in the way of the weights. So we can still grapple, and we did do jujitsu for the first time in quite a while.
And
last
I felt
week.
so fucking good afterwards.
Nice,
like for the next couple of days, my cardio was like, oh shit.
Was it? I felt good mentally, but my shoulder felt fucked.
Yeah.
It was just like a little bothered by it, but that's the name of the game, and I fucking love it.
Yeah.
But other things, I mean, the cleaning thing, I've been really tired, so I haven't been doing a fucking good job of that one. Trying to minimize the things in my life. Have not been doing super hot at that, but we'll get there. That's one of the things. But on all the other ones, I feel like I'm really getting after it. I mean, yesterday Chelsea's like, "Hey, are you staying late today?" And I was like, "Yeah, probably not." And then she texted me today like, "Hey, where are you?" And I was like, "Oh, I staying late." Yeah. She's like, "Oh, okay." And I was just like, "Dude, I cannot refuse any extra money at the moment. Like, I want to not feel the terror of not having money anymore." And so feeling like I have that opportunity to work overtime pretty much whenever I want. Yeah. And so there's no reason to whine about money when I can make the difference. Like taking that ownership and being like, hey, fuck nuts. If you want to fix a problem, fix a problem. Yeah. And so I'm just fixing the problem. The more time I spend at work, the less time I have to just spend money because I'm just home just
unless
being
it's on
bored.
Almonds.
Almonds. Fuck yeah. Oh my God, almonds. They're so good. But so just I feel like the start of the year has been going fairly well. I'm not down too much weight from the last one. I'm only down to like 212-ish, so down like another 2 pounds.
I feel like it'll help if we actually like clean up the workout area.
And if I slept more. I've just not sleeping, and I'm not drinking enough water. And so I'm doing
I've been buying fucking gallons.
That's smart.
I've been going through a gallon a day almost.
Yeah, the water thing is just today I pounded a shitload, but that's what I do is I do this intermittent pounding of water. I don't drink water throughout the day because I'm inside of an airplane wing, and I just occasionally will pound an entire giant water bottle and then be like, okay, I'm good. Like I wake up in the morning and I immediately take in water, but it's something I need to be better about, and I think that would curb my appetite too. And I think lately I've just been very bored with food because after
it's the same shit over and over again.
Yeah, I'm just looking for slightly different things, and I guess I just don't have too much stuff in the house to be able to snack on. Like if I had some more like meats at the house, like salami or something like that was a little different than what I'm usually eating. But like lately I've just been fucking shotgunning string cheese just because I'm bored.
Sit down and make like a fucking grocery list.
Yeah, because I keep buying big meal stuff, but I haven't been buying snack stuff. So that's been just slightly annoying. So I've just been finding myself eating more just because I'm like boredom eating.
Yeah,
and so I just be like boredom eat almonds and then also string cheese.
Yeah,
instead of eating like a meal or drinking water and just feeling.
Drinking water will help that because most of the time you fucking snack on shit because you're dehydrated and not because you're actually hungry.
And for some reason, every Sunday I just get this insane want of ice cream so fucking bad. Like it attacks me in the middle of the day and I'm just like, I want ice cream right now.
Yeah.
Oh my god. The other week I got a Halo Top ice cream and I literally put spoonfuls of peanut butter on it and it was fucking amazing.
So lit.
It possibly kicked me out of ketosis, but I have no idea.
Well, I mean,
could you being a real talkative boy right now?
He is. It's because he's not in his kennel.
Okay, so we did have something that we wanted to talk about today. We just went on like a 25-minute rant. 31-minute rant about nothing. But you've kind of been able to...
The fucking dog, bro.
It was your eyeballs that messed me up, not him barking. It was you being like... Yeah. But the thing about... You've kind of figured out a way out of the melancholy of winter.
Yeah.
It seems. Slightly, at least
so dope.
For a little bit. Yeah, you've been...
I mean, I'm going to slap him. I'm just going
to let him out so he can just be in the room.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. But yeah, it was like maybe two weeks ago, it was about 2 weeks ago. I started microdosing psilocybin. So for those who don't know, that's magic mushrooms. And what the thing is with microdosing is I'm not walking around high all the fucking time. The way the protocol works is you take 100 milligrams of mushrooms every 4 days. So 100 milligrams is...
How are you weighing that? You just kind of...
I have a scale from an old chemistry set.
Oh.
But...
He was a drug dealer. No, I'm just kidding. He was not a drug dealer.
I want to get like an actual scale or little pill capsules and grind everything up into powder. So I just pop a pill every 4 days. But basically... So
it's not every day. It's once every 4 days?
Yeah. And the effects for the first day, you just get this real strong... Like, it just feels like you're having a good fucking day.
Yeah.
Like, it's not... I don't get any visuals. I don't get any, like, giggles or anything like that. It's just... I feel it when it kicks in. I feel super productive. I feel like I just want to go and do and create and just be a better person in general. And it just feels like I'm having a really good day. And then the next day, there's a little bit of that still, but it's not as strong. And then the third day, it's less, but I still have this like underlying feeling of just, everything's cool. Yeah. Everything's good. And then when I take it again, it just starts all over.
Yeah. Do you think you'll change that protocol at all? Like to kind of supplement so that you don't have that third day?
No, because you don't. That third day is meant to make it so you don't build up a tolerance.
Oh, okay.
Because if you were to take it every day, because when I first started, I didn't really think to do a whole bunch of research. So I took it 2 days in a row, and I was like, "This is fucking awesome! Fucking flying! I am the super Aaron!" Yeah. But then I was like, "Oh, maybe I should look and see what to do." Like, I wasn't taking too much, so I didn't get like high. But I took the same amount both days, and that first day feeling I had 2 days in a row, and I was just like, this is fantastic. And then I looked into it and I was like, oh, I need to
maybe I should be a little
level it off.
Well, I feel like people in tech, apparently it's like a big deal to microdose with both acid and mushrooms.
They're all about it.
I don't have any experience with either, but I wouldn't mind it. Eventually when if this it becomes a thing eventually, and I don't have a job, then I will probably just do
micro
stuff. Yeah.
It's so sick. Like I normally get super depressed in the wintertime.
Yeah.
Like it's just been the cycle where wintertime hits and I'm like death and fucking emo destruction.
Yeah.
Like, I just hate life. But this winter it's been like fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I'm doing well.
There was a little week. Yeah.
But there was a little bit where
well, I think it's different because
It
you
got
haven't
low.
been as isolated as you have been in the last. So it's like
That's
you have
true.
a little bit better baseline. So like your level of is still going to be there, but like your baseline was raised from here, like from way down in the depths to here.
I
so
feel
you
like a
could only
normal
go down to
person.
there.
I
Yeah.
feel like a normal person.
Yeah.
Again, and it's cool.
I low-key want to dose my brother with microdose of mushrooms.
He needs to just take a full fucking dose,
Yeah.
a heroic dose.
I want to talk to my mom about that and do some research on what, like, how mushrooms affect like the brain of an 18-year-old, because I know
Yeah.
like 16
Well, that's when I
year
took him.
16 years old with marijuana can have an issue.
Yeah.
And I know that he's
Well, I started smoking.
I don't think
No.
my dad listened to this, but I'm pretty sure my brother Jared is experimenting with marijuana and a way to seem to be kind of self-medicating for his depression.
I mean,
And
every fucking teenager does.
yeah, I
for the
understand
most
that, but
part.
I'm worried that I'm just like, I don't know if that's really going to pull you out of the hole that you want.
No,
it
it's
to.
not, because
Yeah.
that can build
Yeah, and it
on
can
your
be
depression
worse.
and shit.
Yeah,
especially
it's
if
a
you're an
depressant.
introspective person.
Yeah, he said he's like, I got a sativa and I'm gonna try it. And I'm like, that's bad
Yeah,
news, because
that's the
that'll
wrong
put you all
one.
in your head, and you're just gonna. I was like, you need to just relax.
Yeah.
So you don't need a sativa.
Yeah.
Because I know in the past when I've smoked the drugs and I've done the dirty and I've done the illegals,
Yeah.
I'll fucking lose my mind.
Oh yeah.
On
That's why
sativa.
I don't mind not smoking weed anymore.
Yeah.
Because it got to a point where I'd just be paranoid as fuck.
Yeah, I was just losing my mind, and it's almost like I feel like maybe when I'm in a point when I'm more financially stable and my all-around life stressors are less, I wouldn't feel that. But I'm usually less now that I'm in like having a healthier diet and kind of fixing some of my fixing some of my issues in my life. But in the past, I lived in such a constant state of anxiety that when I would smoke pot, I would just fuck myself up, and I'd just be terrorized about this certain thought process about this certain thing, and just lose my mind. And it was just creating more issues for me. And I never even used it a lot. It was very infrequently.
Yeah.
It was once every 3 months, but that one time I would just lose it, and I just couldn't deal with what was going on. So yeah, like I would like to figure out what kind of protocol that could, and maybe see if that could affect my brother, because I know that I dealt with depression for like a really difficult space when I was around his age. I felt the same way that he did, with just this like self-loathing and this distance from people, and when I didn't want to be too close to people because I would create feelings for those people and I would like love them, but then anytime that I felt any regular interaction with people, there's distance that's created with you because of time or because of just people being busy, but those things can just boil down in your brain into you just self-destructing.
Oh, I'm a piece of shit, and that's why they don't want to hang out with
me, and like they didn't want me around, and like my brain still does that thing about this one 4th of July picture that is from like, I don't know, probably like almost 10 years, not 10 years ago, but close to like 8 years ago probably, that my friends were all at 4th of July, all hanging out, and I wasn't with them. And so there's a picture of like all of them. And when I saw that, like originally, like that really like hurt my feelings, and I was like, what am I doing wrong? But that's just my brain just being fucked. And now I see that, and I'm just happy that we've all been such good friends for so long.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me nearly as much. But I still like, it sucks when my life comes in the way of not being able to spend time with them, like when I need to fix my life right now. I'm in a financial stance, so I'm at work, and they were all hanging out a couple weeks ago, and I was just like, fuck, man, why did I put myself in this position that I can't spend time with the people that I love?
It's a good thing you didn't join the fucking army like you were thinking about a while ago.
Yeah, because I would have just gotten away of completely. But I think the brotherhood of that thing would have lessened it slightly. Yeah, but I'm definitely very thankful for. I don't think a lot of people have that, where they have those like the group of friends from like sophomore year of high school, and I'm still just as good of friends with every single one of them, almost, if not better friends now with those people. than I was back then, you know, and I still as fondly look at all those people. I don't be like, oh, these people are fucking like wash-ups, or like they're all still so motivated and exciting people, and it's like I'm just excited to still have them in my life, and there's going to be times that I'm sure when we have kids and we can't spend as much time together, or when I'm working and we can't spend as much time together, but I still feel loved by them, and that's pretty awesome. And so I'm glad to be out of that mind state, and I hope that there's some way that I could help my brother figure out the reality.
Did you not turn that one on?
Probably not.
Oh.
Do you want it on? I can turn it on.
I mean, it might change things up. I don't know. I just now noticed that fucking light wasn't on.
It's on.
Woo! Now we can see you.
High level production.
Oh, shit. We're just on a roll this podcast.
So how do you think that that's something you're going to continue throughout the summer as well? Or is it something
probably? I mean, I'll continue it as long as I can.
Hey, Aaron's new employer that he interviewed for today. He's not microdosing
Not
mushrooms.
at all. No, I'll continue it as long as it's not
helpful,
a huge hassle, and it's beneficial.
Yeah.
But the effect that it had is just, it's insane. Like, I feel again for the first time in a while.
Yeah.
Like, it's helped me process a lot of the emotions that I kind of didn't want to feel with the whole divorce and everything.
Yeah.
It helped me. Like, I can talk about how I processed, or how I am processing all these emotions and shit, but after microdosing and really processing shit and being like, oh, I'm okay with things now. Like, I wasn't really doing what I needed to do. I was just talking about it. Like, I knew how to do it on an intellectual level, but I couldn't feel what I needed to feel. But after the first dose, I was like, oh, shit's good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I only tried microdosing mushrooms one time, and it was definitely like a dose, not like a microdose.
That was a whoopsie?
Well, I have a super low tolerance for fucking everything. Yeah. Like, even if I wasn't
keto.
If I wasn't on keto, I still don't react to alcohol well. Like, you give me a little bit, and I'm like, woo! So I react to it very well, I guess. Not badly. I'm not like an angry drunk fighting man. I just have a good ass time on very little amounts of alcohol. But the same.
That reminds me of your fucking 21st birthday party. Or wasn't even your 21st?
What do you mean?
The one at when me and Christina were living in
the dude, I was 17. I think that was my 17th birthday party. Yeah.
His I was 17th, 21st birthday party.
Smashed, dude. Oh, my God. I got, like, super drunk.
The Mad Dog 2020.
Yeah, so you guys, like, we drank all the stuff, and then we drank everything. I had all my friends over who are like around 17 also, and they are just getting hammered. They're just so excited that they can drink.
I'm puking in the fucking sink.
Ed fucking covering it up with toilet paper. He's like, toilet paper's white. They won't see it.
Camouflage.
But like, we drank everything, and then Aaron and Scott went on a bike ride to go get more alcohol.
And apparently
Aaron
I crashed shit.
Bike.
I don't remember that at all.
He comes back fucked up, but they bring back a Mad Dog 2020, and we start drinking that, and then I'm so drunk, and Christina's just like, you need to stop. And so she just like grabs the bottle and tries to hide it from me, and she ends up hiding it in like her shoe rack in the closet, and I go in there and I'm like searching for it. I'm like, I gotta get the Mad Dog. It was like a game at this point, because she was like, I was drunk enough that I didn't need more, but I was just like, this is fun. I was like, hide and seek,
I want to throw up and black out.
I was like, Mad Dog. And like, I found her vibrator instead, and I was like, I'll put that back. And then like, I found the bottle of Mad Dog.
I really hope she listens to this one. Oh shit.
Well, I had seen it like a couple months before in the bathroom, and I was like, what the fuck? And then like, well, that's weird. And then she moved it, I guess, to the closet. Then I found out drunk on Mad Dog.
That is fantastic.
Oh my god. Yeah, my buddy, like, they were like slapping each other with like ham and stuff. Just like so drunk. It's so
doing
ridiculous.
Stupid 17-year-old shit.
Dude, living with you guys I did a lot of fun stuff living with you guys.
Yeah, that was a cool house.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Before the Arizona disaster. I just hated Arizona.
Yeah.
It's a fucking poop hole.
I didn't have to live there, so it was only a vacation for me, and it was like fun both times. So
I just don't like it. Yep. Fuck Arizona.
No, that was the throw up noise from the first time I visited Arizona. Aaron took me to an MMA gym. I was like really fat still. I was 60-ish pounds. Right now I'm like, so imagine me with less muscle, but 50 pounds more than I weigh currently. Yeah. And then he took me to this MMA gym where we did 2 hours of strength and conditioning, which I was getting tunnel vision throughout this whole time. I'm like literally fish-eyeing my eyes. Like I'm just like, oh my God, what is going on? He's just like, oh, you'll be fine. And then we get through these 2 hours and then we go to another kickboxing class and we drive home and his Honda Accord does not have air conditioning. And so we drive home with the windows down or up?
Windows up, heat on.
In sweatshirts because we're just trying to sweat out the toxins, you know?
Yeah.
A little hippie healing. And then I was like, I'm going to be sick. I feel good. I'm going to be sick. And I made a crucial mistake of eating Cheerios with milk right before.
No. Shit curdled.
Oh my God. And then we get there and I'm just like, I'm gonna be sick. And I step out and I set my hand on the back of the Honda Accord and I just open my mouth and immediately just projectile vomit roughly 4 feet. Just and Aaron just starts laughing at me.
I laughed until I fucking cried. Like I couldn't breathe. Tears were running down my face. Like just the noise of how it came out.
There's still times like I'll pour out a jug of water and it'll remind him of it and he'll just start laughing.
It was one of the single happiest moments of my life.
I'm so glad.
Oh shit. It was so good.
It was a good memory. It's okay. My destruction for your enjoyment.
Yes, thanks. Did we finish? Do you have any more questions about microdosing? Do you think we got?
I don't know. I mean, like, how do you think it'll affect just those? How are you feeling about those other goals that you're setting, like that you have set? Do you think that, like, have you been thinking about them, kind of like plotting?
Not really. I haven't sat down to write, which is shitty.
Haven't hit up any jiu-jitsu schools.
No, I'm still kind of getting over this respiratory shit too.
Yeah,
a little bit. Like I keep hacking stuff up in the mornings.
Yeah,
and it's gross. I don't know if it's gonna be like a continuous all winter thing or just adjusting to Washington's pollen and stuff again. But I don't know. I'm gonna try and smash some more vitamin C, see if I can get rid of it a little bit better. But that's also an excuse.
Yeah, to go get that Stephen Pressfield book, you fucking bitch.
I've read it already.
Go read it again.
But I need to hit up a school. Also, part of me is waiting for actual money to be able to be like, hey, I'm not just trying to train for free.
Yeah.
Have something I can give you.
Yeah.
But that's still a goal, but the GI Bill didn't come when I thought it would. So
yeah.
It's something I'm going to do. The writing I need to just sit down and do, but with school and all that stuff, I kind of lost the oomph because I have to do other stuff. But again, those are just excuses, and I'm being a lazy sack of shit because I had time to binge watch.
It's reality. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Binge watch all of fucking Punisher.
Well, yeah, as you can just put that out there. It's like there's no reason to beat yourself up about it if you can like have the wherewithal to just admit that that's the reality.
Yeah.
Like if people are attached to humans, they watch vlogs and watch creative things and stuff because of this authenticity and there's this honesty to it. And so people aren't going to watch us just constantly be awesome.
Yeah.
Like, because we're not. I'm fucking annoying as shit most of the time. You are really awesome, but I'm just annoying. But there's that, like, you have to fail to like get better, and so being able to like have that,
we got to be able to recognize your failures too,
and be able to be like, hey, like we set these goals, and this whole podcast, like all of the podcasts aren't going to be about goals, but to be able to check in with just our lives, because that's what this podcast is us. And so being able to check in with that and be like, oh, I fucked up this shit, and I ate way too much McDonald's this week, and this thing. Yeah. I keep seeing pizza commercials, and they just like are like punching me in the face.
I haven't had pizza.
Fuck you, Papa John's. I want you in my mouth.
I haven't had it in a while, and I thought about that the other day because I used to eat pizza like once a week.
I love
maybe like 4 times a week,
dude. Literally, like it like is making my mouth water right now. Like thinking about Papa John's The Works.
Yeah.
With some honey mustard because I'm a psycho. I'll fucking dip each slice in that honey mustard, and I swear to God, I want to eat like the whole fucking medium. Just face it and get the cheese bread too, because that shit. And just mob it.
They need to just come out with a cauliflower crust already, so you can just.
That would be legendary. I would assault people to get that. They have a they do have a cauliflower crust pizza at the Safeway, but it's just like expensive, so I haven't bought one. But I should fucking go do that right after this. Fuck, that sounds so good. Oh, I might go do that. I told Chelsea I was gonna make steaks, but really I might be like
cauliflower crust
bitch,
pizza.
I'm getting pizza. Fuck. I just love pizza, man.
It's so good.
So good.
It's so good. I
love podcasting because we can go from like, goals, microdosing mushrooms. Pizza. Fuck, dude. Oh, it's so good.
Oh, shit.
That's a lot of I think I'm just hitting the like 4-month mark of like
I want real fucking food.
No, not that. I just need to spice it up a little bit. Like it's just been real boring.
And this is where people make the fat bombs and all the crazy shit.
Yeah, I think that would be helpful, or even just like figuring out how to make like keto bagels or like random things just to kind of like play with for like a week or two, so that I'm not
check out that cloud bread shit.
Yeah, what's cloud bread? Or
it's like the keto equivalent of biscuits and shit.
I did buy that cookie, the Quest cookie.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. And I was like kind of like, I wouldn't mind trying some
Amazon
more of these.
A box of
Quest makes
cookies.
Such good shit. It's so weird. Like they're...
Well, you just fucking Instagram keto shit, like get the cave shake or get like all kind.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's just ordering stuff online. Yeah. I found a company that Tate Fletcher put out a while ago that makes keto cookies, and like legit, I just need to order like fucking 30 of them, dude, and I'll just face them all in one sitting.
Well, you need to spread them out.
Well, the problem is, like, I'm not worried about it's. The thing is, it's like I don't want to have a cheat day because I don't want to feel shitty. Like that's the thing is, like I want to eat everything that's keto. I don't want to fuck around and eat something that's sugary. I see pizza and it looks so good, and I fucking love pizza. But I don't
think about how you're gonna feel.
I'm getting to a state of mind where I'm smarter and I'm just more disciplined. That I realize like, what is that gonna do to me? And that's just gonna fuck up all my progress. And it could like. I know how weak my brain is, and that if I'm not all in with some stuff, that I can just break. Yeah. Like, I know that that's a part of me, and I don't want to just look at myself 6 months from now, back up at 250, being like, what the fuck did you do?
Yeah. And all of that was for nothing.
Yeah, I don't want to feel that way. Like, I'm sitting at like 212 pounds right now. Like, I'm literally in shooting distance of being under 200 pounds, which is the first time in 5 years. Yeah. Like, I'm getting compliments from people constantly about how good I look, and my brain is still just like, you got fucking work to do, motherfucker. Like, stop. Like, I'll be like, yes, thank you, but I'm like, I have a goal. Like, I'm not playing around with, this isn't for people. This isn't so people can be like, damn, Dylan, you look hot. Let me clip that dick in my mouth. It's so that I can look at myself in the mirror and be like, you're not a fat piece of shit.
It's so that you can look at yourself in the mirror and want to put your own dick in your mouth.
Yeah, so I can just fucking be like, I'm removing my ribs, Marilyn Manson style, and I'm just going deep on this hog. I still, like, even though I've lost like 20, 25, almost 30 pounds, I still, like, I take my shirt off in front of the mirror, and Chelsea will be like laying in bed, and I'll be like, hey, what's up? And I'll just like grab my tits and be like, yeah, like I'll just like, I'll still do the push out thing with my belly. You ever do that where you like push it out and you're like pregnant? But it doesn't look as pregnant anymore because I've lost 30 pounds. So I'm just like, oh man, I wish I looked more pregnant.
You're reverse pregnant now.
I know, dude.
It's going to be a weird transition when you're all shredded and shit, and you're like, oh, I can't do it.
I'm still worried that I don't know that I'll ever get there. You know, it's just like, I think it's so much discipline and so much hard work to really get to the point where you have abs.
I think if we just commit and actually start working out every fucking day after you get home from work, then it'll
Well, you got to think, like, with how much, if we want to increase production in this and just with how much stuff, it's 5 to 7 days a week of working out is incredibly hard. It's super fucking hard. Not that hard. 3 to 4 days a week is totally reasonable. 5 days is fine, but like when you get to like 6, 7, it can get difficult. Like the podcast takes multiple hours for us to do and to produce, to do any skits or any sort of like, any sort of if you advertising for the podcast and to be on top of those things.
Take an actual inventory of your downtime.
Yeah.
and then you realize like, oh, I spend 6 hours doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Like, and that's like, even if you factor in I'm relaxing, like you still have 6 hours to where you're thinking about doing something, but you're just not.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah,
there was so much time where I just sat there like, oh, I'm going to do schoolwork. And then I fucking sat there for like an hour.
Yeah.
And didn't do anything. I didn't even check Facebook or anything like that. I just sat in the fucking chair and did nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I just am looking. I'm trying to be semi-realistic and realizing that I definitely can get to the point where I'm in very good shape and where I look at myself in the mirror and be like, fuck yeah. But then I see like the people on Instagram.
Well,
like,
you got to stop that.
Well, no, I'm looking realistically at people who have the body style that I look at and I'd be like, man, that'd be nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I realize that like this is either their job or what they like, they're never not doing it.
Yeah.
And I realize like there's things that I care about more than that.
Yeah.
I care about this being a reality and being impactful to people more than I care about being in shredded.
Yeah.
Like I think in order to me be the best at this, I need to be sub 190 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Like that I think my best version of myself is down there. And so that's integral to this. But if it comes down to it where it's like, do I sacrifice a podcast so that I can work out? No way. Like it's so much more important for this, I think. Well, this is more important.
A good workout only takes an hour.
True story. Yeah, no, I'm just saying I'm probably not going to be shredded. Like I don't think that I'll be like striations in my muscles fucking like unless I start TRTing my nipples, just fucking shooting steroids into my tits.
Oh Jesus. Well, yeah, but it's possible for you to get regular guy shredded.
Yes. Yeah, I definitely think that I'll be in like good shape, and that's a plan of mine, and I'm working towards that, and I definitely think I can get there.
Yeah.
And I'm already if I just get my diet even a little bit more tuned in than how it is now, because lately I've just been like we talked about.
I don't even think it's
going crazy
diet.
on almonds.
Dude,
I have been eating a lot of almonds.
Well, I think if you just add working out, you'll be sub 190 in no time.
Yeah.
We just need to stick to the working out shit.
Yes, definitely.
But it's not unrealistic because I used to do PT and then go to the gym afterward too. Yeah. It's just managing your time better and instead of watching Dr.
Disrespect. It's totally reasonable. I mean, like I watch Dr. Disrespect usually after doing other things. Like there was one day last week when I came home and I was just like, no. Like I just like sat down and I was so tired that I didn't even have the
I remember walking upstairs and you just looked fucking drunk when you lifted your head up.
I was just trashed. Like I was calling calling companies to pay my bills, and I was like didn't have the energy for posture, and I just like lay down on the side and pay them that way. And then I literally went I used the energy to grab a pillow from my bedroom, set it on the couch, and took a fucking nap. I never take naps ever. Like I was completely just shredded. And so, but usually I don't. I've been pretty good at if I sit down to watch YouTube, I realize, hey, I'm gonna work out in 30 minutes. Yeah. And I am building myself up to that point where I go work out and I'll go and work out. Like I still make my way down there, and I could be better and just go like when you asked me out the window the other day and you're just like, hey, you want to go work out? And I just got home from like working at 10 or 12 and I was just like, yeah, I'll be down in 10 minutes.
Well, that's what I've found is the best way for me to stick to working out is I do it as soon as I get home before I do anything else.
Yeah.
This was back in Kansas when I'd go to the gym and shit. It'd be get home, change, go work out.
Yeah.
And then with jiu-jitsu, it was kind of the same way. Like I'd get home, change, and then drive because it was a half an hour away. So.
Sorry, somebody's just making a noise that sounds like, is it creature? Yeah, it sounds like the turtle's like, it sounds like the turtle's fucking. But yeah, going right to jiu-jitsu. Yeah.
You gotta drop a doggy dump?
Yeah, that's well, we've gone quite a while now, so I'm sure we can.
We're at We're almost at an hour.
No, we're not even at an hour yet.
No. We're at 59 minutes and 34 seconds.
Just say fuck it, everything. It's just it's reasonable to end if we want to end, but it just depends if you want.
Was there anything else that you wanted to hit or touch on? Punisher is lit.
Go on. Yeah, Punisher is awesome. If anybody has book recommendations, please send them to me. Like, I prefer nonfiction. I believe just because I'm in a state where I just really want to enhance.
Absorb
if it's
knowledge.
A fiction book that you think is like for someone who's analytical like me and can be like really like who can or introspective, I mean not analytical, but can like really try and question what the meaning of the book is. If you want to send me that way too, I mean Cat's Cradle by Kurt Vonnegut is probably still my favorite book of all time. So if you have read Cat's Cradle and you're like, hey, this book might do similar things to your brain, send that my way also. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff like that. Tomorrow I'm working out with Lorenzo for his Instagram account.
Ooh.
He's starting a fitness account, and he wants to do some kickboxing, so we're going to be doing that. So if you want to be involved in that, I think we're doing that around 4 o'clock-ish tomorrow. So, yeah, just going to do some.
Okay.
Yeah.
Word.
Be fun. I'd probably just be teaching him all the basics and stuff. And then just holding pads for him so he can get a good sweat in and get some video
new year, new him
stuff. But new year, new him. Yeah.
That's dope.
The getting out into nature thing we did.
Yeah.
Kind of. We went on a dog walk together.
Oh, and a dog walk.
Yeah, we went snowboarding.
Which was lit.
Oh, my Lord. That was so fun. That was so fucking fun, man.
Yes.
So I got a new snowboard recently, and then Aaron got my hand-me-down board because he's my orphan child. And so everything that I get new, I just give him the shitty version because I'm a terrible person. And then... So I gave him the board, and we went snowboarding one time before, and we get up to the mountain, we're snowboarding, and we're like 2 more runs. On that second to last run, Aaron's binding snapped. Yeah, so
the ladder for the binding.
The ladder for the binding snapped, and we're like, fuck. Okay, so we go home. I go to the local place, Westra Sports in Everett. It's a really cool spot, actually. They're homies, dude. Really if you like snowboarding, go get your stuff there. Western Sports in Everett, they get a new ladder, install that. We go snowboarding again. The second Aaron straps in, snaps another ladder.
No, we had done...
No, we got our tickets, and we were going, and one snapped.
Oh, that's right. Right when we got there.
Yeah, so other ladder, the same ladder on the opposite binding snapped. And so we go to the store, and we get it fixed real quick. And then we go snowboard for probably,
we got 2 runs in.
Maybe, 2 runs in. And then we go up to Thai Mill, which is like the
top of the fucking
very
mountain.
top for night skiing. And we start to get off the lift.
We get off the lift, and I go to strap in and realize another fucking ladder snapped. And it wasn't the toe. This was like the back brace, so I couldn't, like, there was no way that I was about to try and make it down the whole mountain without the main support of the binding. And if it was just a toe, I would have chanced it.
Yeah,
but it was the ankle support. I was like, I'm going to kill myself.
And he had to go down, like, one of the biggest runs there was. And so we got a screwdriver, got the thing off. I bombed down to the bottom, and I got 2 new ones, and
I sat up on the top of the mountain
just
for
freezing.
like 45 minutes by myself.
Was it that long?
It was about that long.
Yeah, that doesn't. I mean, it doesn't surprise me. To me,
yeah, because you had to go all the way down the mountain and then ride 2 chairlifts back up.
Yeah, 2 lifts down. Yeah, and I got kind of stuck in this one section, and I was literally kneeling down because there was so much powder that my board, regardless of it being brand new, freshly waxed, it being super fast, like I didn't break at all.
Yeah.
But that flat spot, it was just enough powder that like I had to crouch down and like use my hands like paddles, and I just paddled myself down the hill.
Was it that dark spot? That weird corridor that's like almost all flat?
Yeah, it was. And it was like, but it was really fun because it was powdery, and I just fucking bombed the whole rest of the part. I was bombing like pretty much as fast as I could.
Yeah.
That was the only time I fell that day. Those 2 times because I was going so fast. Like I was just trying to go fast as fuck. So I was like, gotta save Aaron. He's gonna freeze. And then I get down there, I got the new ladders, came back up, and then we snowboarded for like another few hours.
Yeah, we still got quite a few runs in.
So we were going up, and we didn't see any snow all the way up the mountain, and I was like getting worried. I was like, oh, this conditions are gonna fucking suck. It's been sunny for a bunch of days and no rain, so there's been no snow. It's gonna be terrible.
Well, we initially thought that it was gonna be powdery as fuck.
Yeah, because they had gotten 7 inches in the last day, but we get up there and we just didn't see anything. And I was like, fuck. But as we got there, we were getting our stuff on. It was snowing, and I was like, okay, this is good. It's kind of wet snow, which sucks, but literally luckily, as we like got everything situated, by the time we got back to the car, there's probably like 10 inches, 8 to 10 inches of fresh snow, and it was fucking
so much fun.
We went like. We had to save this, not save the guy, but
we heard him screaming from the chairlift.
Yeah, we're going up the lift on Skyline, and to the left, there's this dude screaming, and I'm like, "What's wrong? Like, what's up with that guy? Is he like playing around?" But no, he was like, he had broken his leg or some shit. I don't know. I never asked him.
They had to sled him out.
But yeah, we got ski patrol, and we like traversed like this super steep part of the mountain through like crazy powder, like completely untouched
and then
area.
I got stuck.
Yeah, and then
because the old board sinks like a fucking rock in the deep powder.
The camber, it just makes for it to not. It does
even
not
when I'm
float.
riding back all the way, I just go.
Yeah, well, the board's shaped like this, so it just like wants to cut in.
Yeah.
Whereas like mine on the ends is shaped like this, so it doesn't do that as much. But it's just lots of tree riding, lots of yelling the word "pow," and then we saved a guy because we're heroes, and
no big deal.
So fucking fun, man.
It was a good fucking time.
And then we decided that all of our production meetings for the podcast, instead of being on the podcast, are going to happen in the version of dog walks.
Oh yes,
because we took the dogs for a walk finally, because we're fucking terrible dog parents. We're always like, why are the dogs being such dicks?
Oh, because they haven't been on a fucking walk or to the dog park in weeks.
Because they have not been outside. And Pam is the worst at walking ever.
Yeah.
But he's so
maybe
adorable.
We'll leave Pam or get like a fucking baby Bjorn.
Yeah. Well, like I just like yanked him up and like held him like my purse dog.
Yeah.
The whole time. But Chelsea sent me this text today. Did you see it on Instagram? That Pam this morning. She
told me about
it. He growls at himself in mirrors. He's this tiny little Chihuahua Papillon mix. He's fucking adorable.
Yeah.
Like annoyingly cute. It's really difficult to not just be like, "Why are you so cute?" When you see him
and snap his little neck.
Pretty much, dude.
You're so cute. I just want to kill
like
you.
A baby. He's so cute. But he
That's why he's so dumb.
That's probably why he's so dumb. But he ran full force at the back door a couple days ago because he saw his reflection and he was like, "What, bitch?" And
bang.
Yeah, and then he did it again at the mirror today, but the mirror is above eye level for him, so he saw himself off the bed, jumped off the bed, and jumped up at the mirror to hit himself and realized, oh shit, that's a fucking wall. But
oh, poor dog.
Our dogs are dumb and awesome, and we have some cool podcasts coming up.
Yes, and we've got another project in the works that's pretty cool too. The shirt deal.
Oh yeah, that's cool too. Yeah,
we just got to work that out some more.
Yeah, that'll be cool. I'm wondering if for everyone who's kind of flagship into this right now, I think we should probably work on another design that's more just this.
Yeah,
but I do those designs are sick. And then we have I have 2 really cool podcasts scheduled right now. I'm working on a third one. I got a couple other ones, and maybe we'll have some more interesting stuff for you guys in the next one. The next one. The one that's coming out next week after this episode, you'll see is going to be.
You're super excited about that one.
I'm fucking hyped. And you should be too. You need to be preparing. I told you already.
I'm
going to learn today.
I know.
You need to fucking get ready, dude. It's going to be long. We're going to use that whole 2 hours and 48 minutes.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't even
the
know
lights aren't going to last that long.
Probably not. Who gives a shit? I'm just so stoked for the podcast, man. It's going to be a good one. Like, it's just. There's people in life who are doing exactly what they want to do. And I want to talk to those people because they are an example for us to be able to do that. Yeah. And that's the only preview you're going to get for the next week's podcast. It's going to be awesome. Really lit. Set up for it. We're recording that 2 days from now. And it's going to be.
And then we got another one on Saturday. Shit's getting real.
Yeah, dude. And I just hit up somebody in the fitness world. We might be doing something with someone in the fitness world in the future.
That's what's up. Fitspo, FitFam. Hashtags.
Yeah, she jacked. Yeah, dude. She's a savage. Yeah, dude. If you guys got any types of people that you want on the podcast, let us know. I'm really shameless at hitting people up on Instagram because I'm going to be on my podcast.
Hey, what up? Come on the podcast.
We'll be good. I'll figure it out. I'll suck a few dicks for a guest.
Sucking dicks for almonds and guests.
Suck a few dicks. So, like, for one guest, I got 3 dicks.
Yeah. Just line them up.
We, went the whole time. We barely talked about dicks. No, we probably did a few times.
Did we? No. Yeah. Well, the almonds. You were talking about salty balls in your mouth.
Dude. I said salty nuts in my mouth. God, that's so offensive, Aaron. All right, guys. This has been 7th episode. Best friends. Bye. Love you. Bye.
Peace. Thanks again for listening to today's episode of the Best Friends Ask Why podcast.
If you like what you heard today, we'd really appreciate it if you could go on whatever service you use to listen or watch the podcast and leave us a review.
5-star reviews are what helps spread the word and build a community around our podcast.
If you have any cool guest ideas, questions, or just want to reach out, hit us up on our social media at BFAY. That's BFAWHY.
One last time, thank you very much, and we look forward to hearing from you.